A very happy morning to everyone of you. Guys, today we are going to see the newspaper called The Hindu, and it's dated in Thursday to July 29, 2025. So now we are going to see the basic front information in the front page what's been given, and simultaneously we are just going to see what's the current news that's been running, and simultaneously about what's happening in the year and simultaneously in the world. So let us start in the beginning, the front page. So you would have seen this picture. So what happened is there occurred a protest where two nuns, it means you don't nuns, it means a woman who completely dedicated life to the Christianity. So two nuns has been arrested. So that led to the protest among certain states. So that also we are going to see. And you would have known this Madhya Pradesh minister who made very wrong accusation about the Colonel Sofia Qureshi, who it means you would have known after the Pagalgam what had happened. So this minister told the it means the Colonel Sofia Qureshi, she is a debt of terrorism related to the Pakistan organization. So later on the Supreme Court also told a little bit of apologies, and we are going to see about this. And simultaneously in Israel itself, there had been a second, it means in there itself there is a group, Israeli group, they just called, it means they just protested against the Israel government, told you are doing a genocide in the Gaza. So we are going to see detail in all of this thing, and other especially one thing I just wanted to mention. And you would have known about the Pagalgam attack. And what happened during the Pagalgam attack, we would have known. Nearly 26 people have been dead. And later on, Operation Sindoor in May 7, what happened in May 8, what happened. And little bit of 48 hours, the operation has been entirely stopped. And you would have known all of this thing. For that, the main, it means the resistant front force. And it means they just conducted an attack and killed a lot of civilian and one Navy officer too. You would have known, definitely know about this. So later on, what now the army person has did is they just launched an operation called, you would have seen here, Operation Magadev. So let me zoom it a little bit. Now it's okay, I think so. So they just launched an operation called Operation Mahadev, and there 3 terrorists were killed in the Ladwas area in Srinagar during the Operation Mahadev. So this is one of the most important operation in the history when we compare to the Operation Sindoor, because these not 3 terrorists were directly linked to the Operation Sindoor initiative, and they were the decision one, and directly comes under the Pakistan terrorist organization. So now the army person takes a lot of initiative to do this. And why suddenly they are doing this, you would have known, you would have seen about the current monsoon section. So due to that, opposition party raises lot of questions against the current BJP government. So that might be one of the point to resolve this in a very fast forward way. So at the beginning, it means sorry, after nearly 4 to 5 pages, I am going to tell about the information too. And later on, the president, it means the defense minister, Rajnath Singh also told the Operation Sindoor will be restart if needed. So this is also a good thing, because the BJP government and the Indian government also told Operation Sindoor has not been stopped. It is, we have just given a pass to the Pakistani government. If you if you committed any kind of other thing, of any kind of illegal things or little bit of disturbance towards India, we will continue as Operation Sindoor 2.0. So the entire government of India also told this. So it means in my point of view, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh takes lot of initiative to improve the defense equipment. When we compare to the previous government, now the BJP government is a little bit focused towards the defense equipment, I consider. Another thing is one little bit, it's a sad incident. So you would have seen this picture. He's a Kavin, Selva Ganesh. So within 1 minute I'll just tell. And he belongs to SC community, and a girl, it means he is a male, SC community, and Kavin, and a female person, they haven't mentioned the female person name, and she belongs to the MBC community. And the female person's parents both are sub-inspectors. And it means the female person has a brother. So what had happened, it means the female and the male has been in a love with each other. So later on, this love, they just came to know about their parents and the brothers. So later on, what this brother did is, he just called this Kavin to have a talk with each other. So while they were going in a bike, while this brother called the Kavin, it means the Kavin to come to their home. So this, it means the female's brother and alongside with the Kavin just went in the bike. So at the sudden time, this brother he just took a knife and he just pinched, I think so, something, I couldn't tell the word accurately. He just put the knife in his some of the body parts. They haven't just mentioned where he just put the knife. So later on, what he had did is, he has just ran, but so much bleeding would have occurred, so later on he just died. So now the brother has been arrested now, and simultaneously now the case will be going on the sub-inspector, what kind of this is happening. So this is called as caste killing, and other side is also known as this honor killing. So most of the in the before incident, with the before years and all, mostly the honor killing will be done, because if any kind of higher caste and lower caste, they itself divided, we are higher caste and we are lower caste. When a higher caste person marries to a lower caste, this higher caste person goes and kills some of the lower caste because of the honor. We do have so much honor, we are so much greater, and peoples in the world like that, they used to consider themselves. So like this kinds of incident is being occurred now. So another thing is, so let's go to the next information. Another one thing is this, you would have seen the IIP growth slows down in 10 months low of 1.5% in June. So this is also one of the main concern we have to notice, because this IIP is index of industrial production. So you just see industrial production means there are a lot of, it means in industrial production itself they will come in mining sector, electricity sector, fishing sector, and agriculture department, and all of the departments. It means whenever a product comes under the industrial production, it goes in the index of industrial production. So now it has seen a little bit surge, it means a little bit it has been lowered. So let's see in the page number 11 what the main thing was occurred. So you can see here, I think so. So the industrial growth slows down to 10 months low of 1.5% in June. You could have seen here in May, it means before it was 1.5% in June. So it has been reduced. So it shows it means the production capacity and the manufacturing capacity in the industrial sector has been performed worst in nowadays. You would have seen here this slowdown was driven by the mining sector. So in the mining sector, this industrial production has been so much low, because in Jharkhand you would have also seen about the mining tourism especially in the mining. This also shows by this tourism also we can improve the mining sector's boost. And simultaneously, not only in the Jharkhand this initiative has been taken, simultaneously a lot of other states will also follow this mining tourism. And why this mining tourism? It means mining sector has been reduced. You just see now the coal, it means most of the people shifted towards the renewable source. And now do we take any kind of coal, or do we take any kind of oil or crude oil inside the India itself? No. We are just importing lot of crude oils and lot of coals and lot of other natural gases from the outside environment, because as we procure in a far more lesser amount, it means when we suppose for example this is an area, if we want to take the coal and all the kind of raw materials, means we have to spend nearly 1000 rupees. Means if we imported that kind of same kind of raw material from outside, means we used to give them just 500 rupees. So it's 500 rupees save for us. So we are just importing lot of things. So instead of boosting the internal sector, we are just entirely depending on the outside countries. So that will also be another kind of sector why this mining sector is also going on reducing. And you can see this electricity sector and our primary goods sector is also being reduced. So you can see here the mining sector and the quarrying sector contributes, it means contracts nearly 8.7% in June 2025 and worst performance since 2020. So after the COVID, this performance has been so much decreased, and you can see the manufacturing sector is 3.9%. So all of the sectors has been decreasing nowadays. So it's not been increasing. So India is also been right here. So India is also been the world's 4th largest world economy, but this kind of mining sector has also been reduced. Why this India has been the 4th largest economy means it's a gimmick. Why I am telling this? You just see. I'll just tell an example, little bit of example, you can understand. So you just consider the first is US, China, and next is Germany, next is Japan. So Japan is let us consider 4.2 and India is 4.1. So it's according to 2020. This is just an example. I am not saying it's accurate information. In 2025, India is 4.1. Okay, and now Japan economy instead of 4.2, it has gone to 4.0. And Germany, China, US is also ahead of us. Now it means the whole India is saying India has gone to the world's 4th largest economy. How is this possible, guys? Japan's production capacity has been decreased to 4.2 to 4.0 means now India is saying India is similar growth 4.1, here also 4.20, 2025. Now the India is saying we are the 4th largest world economy means how is this possible? It's both contradictory to each other. So before taking a scene, before analyzing a news, you have to just look upon it what's going around us. So okay, now let's go to the next information. So now we can just look into this 8th page, because this is the most important thing that we have to just see upon it. Page number 8. Okay, we can just go. See here, you gotta see here, I think so. See, the preliminary report suggests the US made carbine, it means other materials, most of the, it means AK-47 and 7 rifle grenades and other, lot of the other guns were being recovered from the spot, especially while hunting these kind of threat resistant. So they were hidden in the Decom forest range, and with the 2 flames, and with 1 flame extended to Pakalgam in the south and Anantnag districts and other containing the Grundwal districts. So it means you would have seen what kind of things they have been conducting the operation. So why, until they have hunted this kind of street dogs, this operation will go on, because suppose if there are other terrorists linked to this street dogs, means they will also hunt this terrorist street dogs also in future. So definitely the Indian Army and the Jammu and Kashmir force and the Central Reserve Armed Force and all of the armed force will definitely hunt this kind of stupid street dogs. Okay, we can just go to the next information. So now, okay, yes, this is also one of the news I need to tell in this today's world, because you would have known this is Divya, and now she has become the India's first Women's Cup winner. It means in the chess. You would have known about the Gukesh, and you would have known about the Praklananda and all of the other people. It means I could have performed. A lot of the chess players also contribute towards the Indian society nowadays, because most of the persons has been, it means especially in the India, they are going and becoming as a world chess champion. It's like a grandmaster. They are becoming the grandmaster. You can see India's 88th grandmaster she has become. And do you know what's her age? She is just 19 years. So 19 years old defeated Indian, it means other Indian shots she has played with Konguru Humpi, and both of them had a good tiebreak, and later on she won the match. So this is a good thing that's been in nowadays scenario. And since most of the peoples will tell she is 19 years old, and suppose you did not achieve, we did not achieve, we just don't consider it. She is a dedicated person in the chess field, means you are a dedicated person in some other kind of field. So we don't need to compare this kind of ages, because I was talking with my friend just told she's 19 years old and she has this, she has that. So please don't compare this kind of thing. She is a good player and she is working towards the chess to improve the society in India. So you just think as it is. Okay, we can just go for the next one. And now we can just directly go for the news that's occurring in the world. So you could have seen here the China offers subsidy to boost birth rate. Wow. See guys, the North Korea also, and South Korea's population started to decline, and Japanese population started to decline, especially in the nowadays generation. You would have known about this Gen Z generation and Alpha generation, Beta generation, and this kind of generation, it means the children's birth has been also reduced. And about the millennial generation, why this kind of reduction in the birth has been occurred, you just think in your point of view. One thing, mainly the cost has been so much increased. For example, 1 kg of rice if you got at that time means just 20 to 30 rupees will be, but now it has been increased to 60 rupees. Not only rice, all of the subsidy products and all of the remaining products also, the cost has been so much increased. Suppose if you are a family of member 4, going to a theatre to watch a movie means 4 tickets goes around, let us consider 1 ticket as 800 rupees. And simultaneously, after this, we need to consider foods, and after all of the thing, it goes around to 3000 rupees. So instead of spending 800 rupees, you are just spending 3000 rupees just for seeing a movie. Then you just see this is one part of scenario. In other part of scenario, so people think, okay, no need child, no need other kind of things. So they used to think like this, and suddenly the birth rate also started to decline. And in China, there is a policy called you would have seen here where it is one child policy, and here they just mentioned, but I couldn't see. Okay, just leave it. So you can see the world nation demography predicts from the Chinese population from 1.4 billion will become to 800 millions by 2010 if this one child policy or other kind of other policy has not been banned. Because in before 5 to 6 years itself, the Chinese has been completely, it means they just removed this policy. They should not have any kind of one child policy. See, they said in 2016 one child policy has been ended. So even though after ending of this policy, still the peoples in China are giving birth to only one children, or they are not having any kind of children at all. So that's the most concerning things. And you can see nowadays generation also, even though they are married for 10 to 15 years, there is no child in nowadays because of the foods we eat. And not only foods, guys, the disease, the sugar, the diabetes, and all of the other things has been also increased nowadays. This become a good hunger for the private partners, private companies. So they are getting huge amount of profit by your body itself. So this kind of thing we need to consider, because China is a very largest economy, world's second largest economy, and this China delivers, gives lot of good products and lot of poor products, worst products, duplicate products, and all of products to the world. And China is being source of more inspiration for many countries. Why you are saying like this, you can also ask, but you just see the Chinese policy. It means the GDP growth rate for India and China was similar in until 1970s. And now later on you just see, for example, if I want to draw the curve, means here it's India, and here it's India and China. Means China started to go like this. See, like this it has gone. But you know, see India, it is going like this. See where is China and where is India? It's both are how much difference is to each other. So like that, the China has growth, it's in a tremendous way. So we need to do a case study in China. So after that, we need to consider this. Without considering this, we should not go as it is, because in tomorrow's world, India also will face this kind of issue. Because you would have seen now there's a lot of culture. It means living relation, hook-up culture, just time pass culture, and literally I count in pronounce a lot of words, because there are list of categories. If there is just 4 to 5 minutes now, it's so easy. There is so much list, one it goes around to 20 to 30 minutes, how can I pronounce? So due to that kind of culture, and due to the implementation of European, this American culture, this birth rate will be definitely decreased in the tomorrow's India. So we need to look over it. Okay, just we can go to the next one and see. Literally, why I am seeing this, I am literally getting laugh. You would have known this greatest president of the entire universe, President Donald Trump, and again he said India and Pakistan would still be at a war if not for my intervention, says Trump. And again he comes and he just said, and I was the only person who stopped the entire war that's been occurred in between the India and Pakistan. Wow, it's really a good thing. Okay, we can just give him a trophy, guys, please, because again and again he will just consider he is the mediator to solve this entire case scenario. So we can just give an award. Sometimes if you want Nobel Prize, we can just give a Nobel Prize to him, or any kind of other prize to him. Let us keep him. Why? Let us give him. That's it, I think so. And now you just see neighbor. This is a UK president, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. They both having a. It means definitely there will be definitely a trade talk among with each other. So they will do any kind of trade relationship with among each other. And if Donald Trump visited the United Kingdom, means definitely any kind of trade talks or any kind of implementation policy will be occurred, because this London is little bit near to Ukraine. So Donald Trump will give any kind of weapons to United Kingdom, or any kind of defense deal to the United Kingdom, so they can boost their production and give it to the Ukraine. This might be, I think so. So we need to come and see. So here you can say it means Donald Trump said, I am not doing a trade deal with you, and they want the trade deal, they need it. I am not doing a trade deal with you if you are going to have war. That's war that's spreading to other countries. And he just say, if you do the war, means all of the other countries will also do the war. And see, the Russia and Ukraine still it haven't stopped. And you can say, I am disappointed in President Putin. So we are going to have a look. It means before you would have seen he is going to import about 100% tariff if he did not stop the war, and he has just given 50 days timeline. Now he is thinking of reducing this 50 days timeline. So we need to look and see over it. And this is the one information that I want to say. So Israeli groups called genocide. So right-wing beat Islam, and a physician from human rights in Israel, they itself just told against the Israeli government that you are doing genocide against Palestine state. It is a first Israeli NGO. This is a very much good thing, because Israel doesn't allow any kind of media person, any kind of this the media person, I couldn't reporters inside the Gaza area and simultaneously to the Israel's area. So they are just completely banning the foreign reporters inside the Gaza. So even though Gaza people are telling their worries and telling their sadness, it couldn't reach the world media, because Israel has so much huge influence over the media field. So the Israeli people itself beat Islam, and physician for human rights in Israel, they just contempted, they just told against the Israel government, you are doing a genocide. So definitely this kind of thing will go into the public media, because whenever a person within our family comments about us, means that will be a sparking topic that's been going to circulate. So this is all the other thing. So another thing, here the Thailand and Cambodia agrees to ceasefire. This would have known. one you could have said why this has occurred, because Donald Trump has just entered into the picture, so they will stop this entire thing. So I think so here Donald Trump is given, I think so, but okay, just go to the next information. This is okay, and see this one you would have seen, and I just posted a video. This NISA satellite is mounted to GSLV for to launch tomorrow, so we are so much awaited to see this satellite that's going to be launched, and it's going to carry in a GSLV F-16 rocket. And tomorrow if you have any kind of, definitely they will post in the ISRO's website, main YouTube website, so you just go and look over it. And in here it has just said for the first 90 days, because if this satellite is launched into the earth orbit, means for the first 90 days it won't do any work, because positioning of the satellites and communicating and proper communication, proper relay and connection with a lot of data centers that's been in the ground, so it will establish for the next 90 days. So after next 90 days only the tower will be opened. Wait, let me just show you the picture of the satellite. One second guys. So you can see here this is the image of the satellite, and see this is the antenna or dish over there. So this will be only open for 90 days. After 90 days only this entire dish will be open, and it will communicate with each other, and it will take the signals and all of the other things. So if you have not seen this detailed analysis video, means I just posted here, you just go and look over it. So this kind of things you have to just look over it. Another two sad incidents has occurred, 2 killed over 30 injured at the stampede in the temple in Uttar Pradesh. So this also is a very concerning thing. So the main one thing what has happened, due to the monkey, the electric wire has been just cut, and so it has created a spark. It means panic around the devotees, around the people who came to visit the temple. So due to that, again the stampede has occurred, nearly 2 killed, and again the Uttar Pradesh government has just told Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has given 5 lakhs to the family of the person who was deceased. Okay, this is the other thing, and let's go to the next video. And some of the interesting things that happened in the parliament, guys. Literally it was a good thing, but one thing I literally don't accept most of the Congress questions, because some questions are so much good, but some questions are so much involunteer. Because why I am telling this, you just ask Mr. Gomi, so he is a Congress leader. Mr. Gomi asked the government to clarify how many jets were lost during the operation. So you just see, guys, this kind of, even though jets, it means even though the India has lost nearly all of the jets, 1,000 jets it has been lost, means the Indian government should not tell how much jet they have lost. Because if we told, means definitely what the China will do, the China will definitely come and attack. So even though we had any lot of problems inside that, we should not tell this kind of thing to the outside world. Suppose if the Congress government comes and asks what kind of things that been occurring, what are the other initiatives, why the security is being not so much higher, so like this questions means if it's a good thing. But the other thing we should not mostly ask. See, in this Rajnath Singh also told a good thing. It's an opposition job. It is an opposition job to ask the questions of the government. And our opposition members kept asking how many of our aircraft were shot down, but they never asked how many Pakistani planes our forces are shot down. This is a very much good thing, guys, because you are just asking about how many fighter aircraft has been shot down, but they were not asking how many Pakistan aircraft we had shot down. We had completely eradicated them. So other thing, one of the interesting thing also I just want to say, if a child scores well in an exam, we should focus on their marks, not whether their pencils broke and their pens were lost during the exam. Wow, this is a good example that was told by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. So whenever we write the exam, we should focus on the marks only, not how much, not the tip or not the pens broken down, like that we should not see, because it has happened. It will happen. War happen. If war is there, definitely any kind of negative thing, positive thing, both also will happen. So that kind of thing that has been going in the parliament section. And the other thing is, now the the Jaishankar External Affairs Minister also told no call between Prime Minister and Trump from April 22 to June 17. In April 22, it means whenever the Pahalgam issues has occurred, at that time Trump has called and he just told the Modi what kind of situation and what the scenario at that day. And after he just haven't called to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So now again he just told the Jaishankar has again told the the President Donald Trump has in converse, it means he hadn't been a negotiator to this entire operation. So while the Indian military made a lot of attacks to the Pakistan, the Pakistan's DGMO, it means Director General of Military Operation, he contacted with the Indians DGMO and to make a ceasefire to agree, it means to completely stop the, it means the operations into. So after that the discussion had got, and later on they just stopped the anti-terrorism. And the other thing he also just told, and the terror and good neighbor lines cannot exist. Blood and water can't flow together. This is a very much good, powerful statement. It's not a normal statement. Blood and water can't flow together. You just see guys the power of the words in it. So that's why this is the most important, and one of the most important, my favorite person is Jaishankar, because sportive answer and full of thug life only. Whenever he tells answer, only thug life. BGM only, full of the BGM we have to just put for the Jaishankar also. So now we can go to the next information. See, another one thing in this information has given a good case study, because justice on whole India's courts are clogged. Because why this is most important means, you can see justice delayed is justice denied. Because suppose for example one A person, sorry we have so much error is coming. See if let us write here. See if A person kills B and C person, and now D person, family of B and C, he just puts a case on us, and later on he will go to a vakil, and he means he will go to a lawyer, and D person will go to a lawyer, and later on after they will have discussion lot of things, and after that 2 months the case will come, and again what they will do, again 2 months, and again 2 months, again 2 months. Later on the A will say, I did not commit this crime. It means even though I have committed without unknowingly, without voluntarily, without knowing, like that, without my knowledge I have committed this crime. Or what the A will say, I haven't committed the crime. The, it means yes is the person who committed the crime. Like that he will just tell, and again the case will go, and so on it will go. And until that the lawyer will earn good money, and also the A person will give a good money, and the D person won't get any kind of justice. So this is the thing that's been going in the India. But some kind of justice is so much good, so much straightforward, is been given to the in the Indian government also. And here they just told about how many cases were being logged, even how many cases until now they had been investigated properly. You can see here in district and subordinate courts nearly how much case. Wow, 3.5. You just see guys, this is a criminal case and this is a civil case. In criminal cases 3.5 crores cases are pending. You just see pending cases are 3.5 crores and civilian cases are 1.1 crores. So that's much huge amount of case. You can see here nearly 63.3 lakh crores of cases are pending in the High Court. See guys, High Court. And you can see 86,000 cases are pending in the Supreme Court. Wow, how many amount of cases are still pending? So okay, for these cases to completely to reduce the timeline means definitely the security policy should be so much higher and the position holding person should be so much high. So you can see here in district and subordinate courts nearly 20%, 20.5% are vacant position for the judges. So this graph shows the vacant post of the judges. 20.5% are being vacant. In the High Court you see 33% are vacant. Suppose if they want to have 100 members means they are only having 70 members, remaining 30 are not there. And in the Supreme Court 3% are not there. So you just see how many the judges also has been so much lesser and the court cases also so much lesser. And now you can see the time, it shows the time duration within how many years they are just completing the entire case. Suppose within 1 year means in Supreme Court 67. So these are the data that has been shown here. So I think so you will little bit understand about this. So one thing, justice denied is more than equal to justice denial. So I think so you definitely understood this. And second one, you can go to this information. This is also good information in my point of view. So it means that before, we were seeing 1965. Before 1965, suppose this was the India and this was the Sri Lanka means, and both of them had a rail route along each other at the before times. But now after 1965 they had a cyclone. So due to the cyclone this entire railway has been fully damaged and fully destroyed. And later on we are used to, it means the Indian person go to Sri Lanka by usually boat or any kind of cargo boat, so much bigger boats. So now they again the Sri Lankan railways and again the southern part of railway of India, they just both had a communication with each other to build again a new construction of the railway terminal port between the India and the Sri Lanka. If this kind of thing has been occurred, it will be so much good thing, because within 3 hours we can just cross the sea. So you just see how much kilometers been there, and nearly 27 miles, and so we can easily go there. So this is also a good thing. Let us see what's going to occur, because if this been considered, mean definitely the Tamil Nadu and the Sri Lankan fisherman issue will be entirely solved. So as the transportation is being increased, means we would have a good communication with the Sri Lanka and the India. And you would have known about the Hambantota port that's been controlled by the China. And suppose sudden it means, you just see guys, to take any goods or take any kind of military equipment from this plant to Sri Lanka means it will usually take a lot of days. But when you go in the railway means it means only 3 hours is far more enough. So any kind of defense drill, any kind of weapons or any kind of investigation team that's going to be in the Sri Lanka, or in case of any Chinese movement, this railway boat will be so much useful to us. So I think so you understand. And now we can just go to the next one. One thing that I want to just do is, see, this is the other also a good thing. And Kerala's golden jackal shows adaptability to the human dominant landscape. So due to the it means destruction of the forest, lot of golden jackals has been declined. So now the golden jackals, even jackal are one of the most cunning animals. So now the jackals are adapting to the human life. It means wherever the humans is there, they are going to, it means this kind of animals is being adapted to the entire landscape that's been in the animal side. So this is also a good thing, but we should be a little bit concerned, because sometimes these are the perfect scavengers. Here it's a little bit okay. Here sunlight is coming, so that's why. Wait, I'll just move a little bit back side. Now it's okay, I think so. And so these are the cunning animals. And here while I was reading in the newspaper, I just strength helps us to win in the fight, but cleverness leads us to survival. These are so much clever animals, guys. These are don't have any kind of strength. Mostly jackals will follow a simple strategy. Suppose if this jackal want to hunt down a biggest animal, let us compare. This is a big sambar deer. Weight suppose let us consider 100 kgs, and this jackals will be just how much? 40 to 50 kgs. It will be this deer will be double than size of this. Suppose in case we can consider this 200 kg of herbivorous animals is roaming here. This jackal want to hunt this one, means what this jackal will do? Will just go and make it to, it means make this herbivorous animal to get anger. So this herbivorous animal will follow towards the jackal, and this jackal where it will go? It will go near the tiger's area. So the tiger now easily gets this 200 kg herbivorous food. So after the tiger has eaten, now that jackal will go and the jackal will eat that entire food. So this is a clever strategy that's been followed by the jackal. So this kind of strategy, that means we generation should also use in kind of the India and Pakistan relation and India and Chinese relation. So this kind of thing we should also able to follow. And that's it, I think so. Today's news, and a little bit of this news I'll just say and end up the section. And you can see the egg price in Namakkal falls at 4.50 rupees after 3 months. So the egg price has been so much decreased, and so 32% was reduced. It means the eggs consumption also reduced. So why I am telling you Namakkal means Namakkal was the biggest exporter of eggs to the Gulf countries. Gulf countries, nearly how much in India itself? Nearly 40 to 50% of the eggs is been completely exported to the Gulf countries by this Namakkal districts that's been in the Tamil Nadu. This one district just sells lot of eggs to the foreign countries and also to the India. So that's it. I want to conclude this video. Okay, I think so. If you like this video, suppose you like, you just put a like and you just tell what are the other things I want to take any kind of other improvement to my channel, and I will definitely improve according to your message. Okay guys, just comment and let me see and let me look over it. Okay guys, then thank you. Let me see in the next video. Tata, bye bye. Take care.